Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Thai Conversations with Ida Padikuor Na-Tei. If you're new to the channel, Thai simply means technology, innovation and entrepreneurship. And today we're going to do a story on innovative entrepreneurship. We'll be talking to a gentleman who hopes to make Accra clean again by recycling plastics into so many different products. So today I have with me Makafui Awuku. Okay, thank you, Makafui, for joining us today. So tell us about yourself. Who is Makafui Awuku?
Right. So I was born in Keta.
Wow.
But I spent 16 years of my life in Sugakopa.
Okay.
My mom was a nurse in Keta Hospital, but got transferred to Sugakopa Hospital.
Okay,
so
F1.
my phone have fun.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's all I know, actually.
Yeah. So growing up, I used to rear poultry, have my own farmland. And when I think about it a bit more further, I realized that my entrepreneurship journey started several decades ago. Because in Sugakopa in the late 80s and early 90s.
Hey, you're old though. I'm listening.
I'm not that old. I'm just sharing history with you. So if I say in 1987, it doesn't mean I was there.
Okay.
So right. Before tap water came to the town, when we are not in school, we have these push trucks we send to the riverside to fetch water in drums and sell it to homes in the town.
Okay.
So I have like 3 other friends. We do it together, then we split the revenue, the profit. Yeah, so I went back to Keta Secondary School. I read science. I played hockey in senior high school. I came to Accra in 2003. I lost my dad when I was just about 11 years old. My mom in 2005. So I hustled my way through university because I didn't have anybody supporting me. I was doing whatever I can to survive. Sometimes I'll take my colleagues' assignment, do it for them, let them pay something for it, do part-time jobs. So I completed university in 2010. I deferred my course for a year. So I ran out of money. I had to defer my course, go back and finish. So within that period, one funny thing even happened where I followed somebody to prison to go and ask him for money for my school fees.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's one of the. Anytime I step with them, their face will change. They're like, who does that? So my MP was Honorable Dana Bodaki back then, during Kufuor's time. And then he promised me he was going to help me pay my fees after my mom passed away. And then a week later, he got jailed.
Oh.
So I followed him to prison to go and say, okay, so right now, what do we do? What's up? The
Yeah,
promise?
that's desperate.
Yeah, like, so I was just trying to find out, is there another MP you want me to go and see to tell him that you asked me to come and see him? That was actually what I was trying to do, but that was a very funny thing to do. Yeah. So yeah, I completed school. I've worked as a soccer trainer at American International School before. And then also, I went to Nigeria for 5 weeks through the President Obama's Young African training program.
Okay.
I work at Academic City University as a Technology and Entrepreneurship Center Manager.
Okay.
My job is to help incubate students' ideas into commercializable businesses and innovations.
Okay.
Yes, and then also I'm the founder and the CEO of
Macintosh Africa. All right. So tell us about your education. What exactly did you study in school that has brought about all this?
Well, so senior high school I studied science.
Okay.
You know, science, there's a lot of assumptions and experimentation there. Then in the university, I studied marketing.
Okay.
A bit of economics, a bit of product development and all that in there. Then I took an elective in environmental management more than a decade ago.
Interesting.
At the time, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, but I took it anyway. And more than a decade from then, I'm working in that space.
Wow.
So yes, that's my background.
So it's like your life experience it's like you're connecting the dots.
Yes.
Looking back, because your life experiences have brought you to where you are today.
Exactly.
So tell us about Macintosh Africa. What inspired you? I know you're passionate about waste management and all of that, but what inspired you to register it as a social enterprise? What was that trigger that made you know that I want to get into this space?
Well, in 2017, when I came back from Nigeria through the President Obama's Young African Leaders Program, I wanted to look at the SDG areas and see which of them appealed to me, which of them I could do something in the area. So SDG 6, water sanitation, SDG 11, sustainable communities and cities, SDG 13, 14, life underwater, life on land, climate action. Those were the ones that came to me that I felt I mean, these are areas that I would love to do something. So in November 2017, I decided I wanted to do something with bottles. So as an artist, so I'm a spoken word artist, I'm a poet, I'm also an author.
That's a lot of creativity in one person.
Yes. And so I'm more like a multi-talented type of artist. And because of my personal life experiences, and a lot of them very painful, a lot of them very intriguing, I tend to create things from my experiences. So there are two types of artists. There are people who take paint and just create something from it. I mean, there are people who take whatever is available and create something from it. So I create from what is available, which includes my personal experiences and things in my immediate environment. Yeah, so I made a Christmas tree from plastic bottles in November 2017. I put lights in them. I used to live in Maya Hut, my Zongo community in Medina. So I went from home to invite people under the tree that they should come out. We have a Christmas tree, there's music, there's food, there's poetry, there's photos. We'll give you your photos to take away. And it was exciting. People just showed up. Muslims, Christians, everybody, because of the plastic bottle factor.
They were fascinated by it.
They were fascinated, like, who does that? Who makes a Christmas tree from waste bottles? And I posted it on social media and it went viral. And then I decided, well, this can become bigger. So I have a friend who has a restaurant at a major street in Medina. So I asked her, can I come and put a tree in front of your restaurant? She said yes. So for 4 continuous years, we put the Christmas tree in front of that restaurant. So people come to look forward to seeing the Macintosh Christmas tree in front of that restaurant every year. So that's a bit about how
everything started.
Yeah. So when it went viral and people were fascinated about how plastic waste can be used, people started reaching out to me, can we give you our plastic waste? So before they used to throw it away, but now they feel like, okay, it can be used for stuff. So I started thinking, okay, what else can I create from plastic waste that is sustainable, that is durable, that can last, so that it can keep the plastic waste out of the environment. And I created a volunteer program around the project. So a lot of young people will come along. We go to the beach, we recover waste, we do training for young people. People come, and it's been a lot of fun. But the work at Macintosh is broader than that. The work focuses on a couple of things, including advocacy, including products and service innovations, public place installations, wall art exhibitions, academic institutional research partnerships, contribution to national policy. So the Ghana National Plastic Waste Management Policy that got passed into law in 2020, I had the privilege of contributing to that policy. And then we also provide recycling training support for other people. Yes, for young people. So that's
I think you're really doing amazing in the waste management space. Keep it up. So I want to know, how do you fund all these projects?
Well, when I started from my pocket.
Like every entrepreneur. People, most entrepreneurs.
I always tell young people that you can only start from where you are. You can't start any project from somebody else's pocket. So whenever I get something small, then I do something with it. Whenever I get something, and the first 2 years was more of experimentation and finding out whether this will really work and convincing myself that I really want to do this. I mean, and that's the thing about entrepreneurship journey. You have to first convince yourself that this is what you need to do before you go and be trying to convince somebody else. So I spent the first 2 years trying to do it myself. So it was from my own pocket, a lot of research. People were not sure what I was trying to do. So, but then after the first 2 years, I started getting access to some incubation programs, and then I started applying for some grants. And for the grant, it was after I took a course on grant proposal writing and application that I started winning grants. And then at the time I started Macintosh Africa, it just coincided with the whole beat plastic pollution thing by the UN. So globally, people were searching for projects happening in the space, and my project was one of the projects that was popping up anywhere people. So it was coincidental. I mean, so sometimes you say where preparation meets opportunity. So that's what a bit about,
Okay, so now let's zero down to your products. I know you've done so many things with plastics. Now tell us, what are some of the products that Macintosh brings to the market with waste management?
Right, so what we've been trying to do is innovate a lot of products, especially things that are durable enough to keep the plastic waste out of the environment. In 2020, I innovated a leather-like material from plastic waste. bags,
wow.
which becomes a relevant raw material for a lot of things. So we launched a footwear product from it called Macintosh footwear. We have learning and teaching mats we've made from the same sheet. We have bags.
Learning and teaching mats.
Yes, and
wow.
praying mats.
Praying mats from plastic.
You can use the same thing for that. Then we also have so this is a sample of the footwear.
Yeah.
This is called Azonli.
Azonli.
Azonli is a walk in Ewe.
Walk. I knew it was Ewe.
Yeah, it's more like your life journey.
Oh, okay, Azonli.
Yes.
I know you have different designs.
Yes, so we have a design with the Birkenstock. So those ones we have Sankofa. We have Sankofa. We have Sankofa is behind me. We have a Ball Life. We have a design called Ball Life.
Ball Life.
Yeah. Ball Life. Yes, Ball Life is Bola and life.
Oh.
So Bola 10 is something beautiful that you can use to tray yourself. You can use to flex around.
I see.
So Ball Life, and then we have a couple of other designs.
Okay.
Then we have bags. We have backpacks we make from.
Okay, backpacks.
Yes.
Okay.
Backpacks, cross bags, pencil cases.
Do you have some in your demo room? Because we'll be going there.
Yes.
Okay, so
we have
we'll get
a couple
to see
of
that.
them. So this is a lady's bag.
Okay.
Partly made from plastic waste sheet.
Okay.
And then we also have waste bins where we make from bottles and plastic waste lining.
Okay.
We also have flower vases also we made
flower
from
vases, yeah. I think I saw some outside.
Yes. Aside that, we also have waste segregation installations that we produce. So we have waste receptacles that are used for recovering plastic waste.
I saw the receptacle outside the gate.
We have the Christmas tree.
Yes.
And then excitingly last January, we commissioned the first ever bus shelter project on the continent of Africa from recycled waste.
I saw
the Junction Battle. That's one of the most exciting projects.
Yeah, it's a beautiful site.
Yes. Innovation is a continuous process. And for me as an entrepreneur, as an innovator, I'm always asking myself, can I do this in better? How can I improve upon this? What else can I do that is durable? Can it create jobs for people? So I keep asking myself, and I keep innovating and creating stuff that can actually answer those questions.
Okay. So Makafui, what has been your most memorable moment in this whole journey?
Most memorable moment?
Should I guess?
Okay, guess.
No. What I was thinking was not what you were coming to say, so you just say it.
Okay. So His Excellency Prince Charles, son of Queen Elizabeth, was in Ghana for a royal visit. And Prince Charles, he's been worried about the plastic pollution issue in the 70s, even before I was born. And people were like, this man is crazy. What is he talking about? At that time, plastic was not an issue. But he was like, this is going to become an issue in the near future. Nobody was listening to him. So he was in Ghana, and I had a friend who was organizing, he had a birthday party. So they were organizing a birthday party event. So I called him, I was like, oh Charlie, can you get me one of the tickets? I would like to meet the man. And then he said, okay, he'll try for me. And then he never got back to me. I called him, he doesn't pick his phone again.
Oh.
So I was there, I had a call, and they said they were calling me from the British High Commission.
Wow.
And that they've selected my artwork from plastic waste to be exhibited to Prince Charles at a private event.
Wow.
So I had the opportunity to meet him personally.
And present your work.
Yes, and we had a very wonderful conversation about the plastic pollution problem. He shook my hand while he was holding my hand. He was having a chat. It was really, I didn't want to wash my hand.
I saw that coming.
Yeah, so that's one of the most memorable moments for me. Then also traveling to the UK to be hosted by University of Brighton, where I addressed 40 PhD students about my work in the sector. And then getting invited by the BBC to their head office in London to be interviewed.
Wow, so something as simple as recycling waste can give you so much exposure.
Yes.
It can create revenue because you're making money from waste.
So this is the visit to Brighton University.
Okay.
Where I was addressing PhD students about my work in the sector in Ghana.
Okay. Yeah. So Makafui, we are almost rounding up with our conversation, but we have one last visit to your exhibition room. But I want to know, what are your plans for the future? What should we expect from you in the years to come?
Well, for me, the whole thing that I'm trying to do is the bottom line is trying to create sustainable communities and cities for young people. everybody needs that type of enabling environment to chase whatever dreams they have. Our communities and cities are not becoming safer, they are not becoming more sustainable. If you walk around town, there are uncovered gutters, there are uncovered holes all over the place. Gutters are choked. Every small space is getting covered by water. When it rains, the beaches are covered in dirt. So where are the spaces for young people to sit somewhere and dream about whatever future they want? We don't have those. So for me, it's not just about plastic waste, but being able to create sustainable communities and cities for young people, whichever way we can achieve that dream. So I'm using innovation, I'm using art, I'm using entrepreneurship, and then I'm using the power of volunteering and then the power of storytelling to actually piece all this together to create some of these things so that our communities can become safer and more sustainable for young people. So, I mean, the next couple of years, I mean, we're looking at building recycling machines. We are looking at innovating a lot of public place installations that are exciting enough that young people can really appreciate and use.
Okay, you're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. And I would say that keep up the great work and inspire more people to be like you, because the waste is a lot. I don't know if only you can carry it, but then I think there's so much out there that people can actually make good use of. So now I think you can take us to the exhibition room so that we can see more of your products.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Be my guest.
So viewers, so we are going to the exhibition room where we get to see more of Makafui, Macintosh Africa's products. We'll see more sandals, slippers, more bags, shoes. I hear he has tables as well that he has made from plastic. So join me as we take a look at what he has done. So Makafui, thank you so much for hosting us once again. So I can see you have some of your products here. I know this is not all because I've seen so many things you've done.
Yeah.
But tell us what you have here.
Right, so this is a Macintosh reusable bag.
Reusable bag?
Yes.
Okay.
They are made partly from recycled plastic sachet waste.
Okay.
In each of these bags, there is up to 100 pure water sachet bags.
Wow.
Just this small bag.
100?
Yes.
Wow, that's
and they
amazing.
are very, very durable.
Yes, I can see
that. Very,
like,
very strong and durable. Because the aim is for us to prevent them from going back into the environment. For me, when I'm designing any product, that's the question I want to answer. If what I'm creating will go back into the environment in a few weeks, then it's a result. So it has to be durable. So this is one of our products. So you can use it for shopping. You can put your food.
You can even put your laptop back because
it's
durable, you know.
Exactly.
So you can even wash it. The way it is, you can wash it.
It's really washable. So this is one of the products. And then over here. So this is one of my favorite products.
Okay.
Because one of this has 500 pure water sachet in there.
Wow.
This mat. This is a learning mat, a teaching mat, a praying mat, a sleeping mat, a hiking mat, a picnic mat.
Basically any type of mat.
It can be used in any way. And those are the products that I love. When I create something that a lot of different people can use for different things, then it has more utility. It's always good. So this is one of the products. We initially made it for homeless people and their children.
Oh, okay.
In the streets of Accra.
Okay.
And we recovered over 70,000 pure water sachets through that project with just
70,000.
150 of this, just 150 pieces of this.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So this is a small backpack. Just a basic backpack for school kids.
Okay.
We're trying to create this for rural area school kids. Something that is basic but fun for the kids to use. Yeah, so.
Nice.
Yeah, this.
Nice.
As for the footwear, so this is one of the samples of the other footwear design.
Okay, there was one you said, is it Bolife or
yes,
something?
This is called Diafe.
Diafe, okay.
This is called Diafe.
Why didn't you continue with the airway?
So Diafe, you know, some of the names have significance in terms of so Sankofa means to go back to the past to pick the relevant things that we left that are important for our future. So plastic waste is relevant for creating things. So that's
all the names have.
Diafe is about hygiene. So
Oh,
they have significance.
okay.
They have significance.
So is that all we have here today?
Well, then we also have
Chair.
this chair made from car tie
Okay.
by one of my artisans.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have other artisans I also work with them to create opportunities for other artisans. You know, create a market for these things.
Okay. I saw the table in the other room when we were having the table.
Yes.
So you're doing amazing. Thank you so much, Makafui.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're doing so much, you know, using waste, you know, recycling waste. You said you used about 70,000 to make 150 mats.
Just 150.
That's amazing, because waste management has been a problem for all of us.
Definitely.
So your final words to someone who's interested in this venture, what would you say to that person?
I mean, for me, I always tell young people that whatever you are interested in, whatever you have passion for, whatever problem you want to solve, you have to make up your mind and you have to commit to the journey. It will take time for it to come alive. But you need to sit down and write down the vision and make it clear. And have an understanding of what you are supposed to do to make it come together. And you should be willing to invest whatever little you have in it. Sometimes people say, no, they don't have money to start something, they don't have this. You don't need money to start anything. If you go to Europe, if you go to US, all you need is an idea in a small room where you can gather people to tell them your idea. You can raise money from that. Over here, it's a bit difficult, but then all you need is an idea. So if you have an idea, you are willing to develop and grow the idea, and you are willing to tackle problems in our communities and solve those problems for people, you can create wealth and you can create jobs for other people, you can find fulfillment. So I'll encourage them to go all out, whatever dreams they are, whatever they want to do. You'll work out.
Okay, thank you so much, Makafui. So to our viewers, this has been Thai Conversations, and we are here with Macintosh Africa. So see you in our next video. I love you. Mwah. Bye.